This is a fantastic crowd and an incredible MC. We need that guy all the time. I'm just going to say a couple things really briefly about the history and about the site plan and what this is going to look like, and then pass it off to Sandra, who's going to talk more about the governance. Christina's going to talk more about what we need, and then we'll move into some questions and answers. So, where did this all come from? We have a housing crisis, if you didn't know. There's nowhere for people with low income or no money to live, and so we have mass homelessness in our country, and right here in Denver. And in the face of that, we've been organizing to try to find new ways of creating homes that are quick, that are cheap, that are sustainable, that are community-based, dignified, and that's where this idea of tiny home villages came from. So we've been working as Denver Homeless Out Loud on it for about 4 years, and there's a number of barriers that have kept us from being able to make this a reality, mostly land and legalization. And so after years of kind of building tiny homes, having nowhere to put them, having them taken, and things of that nature, we finally came to a place where the Urban Land Conservatory approached us and said that they wanted to use one of their pieces of land for a temporary tiny home village. At that same time, we started working with a whole number of other partner organizations. So this is no longer just Denver Homeless Out Loud. This project is made up of folks from Denver Homeless Out Loud, folks from the Interfaith Alliance, folks from the Beloved Community Mennonite Church, from Bayard Enterprises, from Radiant Inc., a number of other organizations all coming together. So this is a really exciting time with a lot of energy to make this happen, unlike any other time. And as Cole said, now we actually also have the legalization in place. For the first time ever in the history of Denver, and really almost across the nation, this is rare. There's a new kind of zoning that allows for this tiny home village to be a reality. It's temporary, it's just 6 months, and so we have to change that. We're not stopping here and saying, oh yeah, 6 months is fine. We're going to work to change that to make it permanent, and we have other sites in mind for future places that we hope will come through, but we don't know for sure. But it's a legal pathway now. So that's just kind of the gist of where we're at now, and then I want to pass it over to some of the village residents to talk more about how this is actually going to work on a real day-to-day basis. I guess just one more thing to add, just so you have a basic understanding, you should have, some of you guys have site maps on a piece of paper around there. The village has 11 tiny homes, and it has a circ house, which will be for like community stuff, and then some bathrooms and showers. So it's sort of a decentralized network, so your tiny home is just really for your own personal living, but then the common space and the bathrooms are where you use that together. Well, you know, you go to the bathroom by yourself. Anyway, okay. Moving on now, I'm going to pass the mic off to Sandra.
That'd be me, I'm Sandra. So I'm supposed to talk about governance, which is basically how we're planning on running things as residents in the village. I have no prompts for this, other than what the topic is. So from what I can understand, it's going to be a sort of supermajority government system, which, if anyone's unfamiliar with that, it's when a topic is presented to the village council. We discuss options, make I don't know the word. Proposals for what to do about the situation or topic. Then we vote on those proposals, and assuming we get a supermajority, which, given there's 14 residents, would be anywhere from 10 or more, I would assume at least, then the proposal in question gets passed. Anything less than that, and it either has to be reworked or dropped as a proposal. And that's pretty much the gist of it. We also have 2 other councils that will be working with us. They're not over us or anything, they're just working in tandem with us. That's the Advisory Council, which I'm also a member of, and the Colorado Village Collaborative, which is sort of the financial setup. They're the ones who are going to be in charge of watching the leaves, taking care of financial and fundraising stuff. whereas the advisory council will be more of a, I don't know really, like long-term planning, supplies and stuff like that. And of course, the village council's day-to-day stuff. Like, hey, we want to put a little garden in the middle, for example. What would you think of that?
No.
See, there's a vote no. No, yeah. But just as an example, like, we debate on whether a garden's a good idea or a bad idea, then we take a vote, and depending on how that went, we either set up for a garden or no. I'm out of ideas, so. Christine.
Okay.
Hi, so I'm Christine, and first I want to say thank you to everybody who's already donated. I really appreciate this because this is going to be my future home. So I'm one of the residents along with everybody. So the number one thing we need to get this village built is, of course, donations. Because right now I believe we're at $22,500, and we're going to need about $100,000 or so to get the entire village built. So I don't have paper that I was supposed to read off my hand, but I think you guys have them on your little sheets, and it breaks down all the costs for everything. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's already donated, and anything you guys can do to help. We all the future residents of the village really appreciate everything you do.
Alright, so that was our brief presentation, but really we want to open the floor up to you all to answer your questions, and we'll just field those, whoever's most appropriate. I'm going to bring Marcus up here too. It's Marcus' birthday on Tuesday. We already addressed that, so we'll move along.
You can thank my mom.
Yeah.
She did the
Thanks,
hard
Suze.
work.